it's one of the huge pleasures of being on this show is the complexities of the characters and what happens when certain characters are kind of put together. Our show has the benefit of characters being able to change, characters being able to grow, characters being able to be different than they were 2 seasons ago, and no character on our show epitomises that more than Carol and what Melissa has done with that character. She's completely transformed from the battered and frail housewife to a ninja killer, the best warrior that we have, and consequently putting her together with Morgan, who's also gone through his kind of transformations, means that as an audience we're aware of their history and we're aware of what's possible kind of between them, and that means, particularly in scenes with myself and Melissa, we get so much for nothing that we don't even have to bring because it's already there for us. So I love working with Melissa, and I love what the writers are doing with the relationship between Morgan and Carol, because it is complex, it is possibly deep, and it could go well or it could really, really go wrong, and both of the consequences of that would be really, really interesting. So I'm as much as the fans, hopefully, I'm looking forward to what happens with those two next.
Well, speaking of the fans, there have been whispers of a romance between Morgan and Carol.
Is it really?
Yeah, is that something that we'll see? We have seen other survivors team up together. Will this be a new
I have no idea, but if there was any possibility of that, I think Daryl might have something to say about it. So I always thought that the coupling that the fans most wanted was Daryl and Carol, only because their kind of joint name, their kind of Brangelina name would be Carol or Daryl. It doesn't change.
That in itself is pretty awesome.
Yeah. So I don't know whether there's any romance on the cards between Carol and Morgan, but it would be another scene I'd quite like to. Maybe we can have that scene after the Negan scene, and see whether or not there's a happy ending.